Iran's fiery revenge attack on Gulf states hosting American bases has angered Arab nations. Saudi Arabia vowed to protect its neighbors from the attacks by Iran. In a strongly worded statement, Riyadh condemned what it called treacherous Iranian aggression and a blatant violation of the sovereignty of the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Qatar, Kuwait, and Jordan. Saudi Arabia affirmed its full solidarity with the affected states, placing all its capabilities at their disposal and warning of grave consequences if violations of sovereignty continue. Explosions were reported across parts of the Persian Gulf after Iran's Revolutionary Guards launched multiple waves of regional attacks. Air raid sirens sounded in Kuwait, the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, and Bahrain in the early hours. Iran's guards said the operation was dubbed True Promise 4. Several countries activated air defense systems as projectiles entered their airspace. The targeted Arab states host significant U.S. military installations, including Qatar's Al Udeid Air Base, the largest American military facility in the region, and Bahrain, home to the U.S. Navy's Fifth Fleet. In Qatar, a government official said air defenses intercepted an Iranian missile, with U.S.-made Patriot systems destroying the projectile. Qatar later said there was no damage. Bahrain reported that a facility linked to the U.S. Navy's Fifth Fleet had been targeted in a missile strike, without providing further details. Kuwait's military said it dealt with missiles in its airspace. Jordan's armed forces confirmed they shot down 2 ballistic missiles headed towards the kingdom. The United Arab Emirates condemned what it described as Iran's blatant attack. UAE said a number of missiles were successfully intercepted and that the country is fully prepared to deal with any threats. Residents in Abu Dhabi reported hearing loud explosions. The UAE state news agency later confirmed that 1 person was killed after Emirati forces intercepted incoming missiles. From Riyadh's condemnation to interceptions over Doha, Manama, and Kuwait City, the latest missile wave signals a broader regional dimension to the conflict. Air defense systems have been activated across multiple capitals.
Bro. Oh. 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 Oh.
The Iranian military launched a counter-assault after Israel carried out what it called preemptive bombings on the Islamic Republic. Iran has struck Gulf states hosting U.S. military bases in the region. Multiple explosions were reportedly heard in key cities of UAE, Qatar, Jordan, and Saudi Arabia. According to the Fars news agency, Iran has confirmed targeting Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar, Al Salem Air Base in Kuwait, Al Dhafra Air Base in the UAE, and 1 more base in Bahrain. According to AFP, Abu Dhabi and Doha reported blasts hours after Israel and the U.S. conducted joint attacks on Iran. In Abu Dhabi, at least 1 person was killed after several missiles launched from Iran were intercepted, according to Al Jazeera, the country's state news agency. 5 witnesses, including 2 Reuters correspondents, said that they heard 5 booms in rapid succession that caused windows in a house near Abu Dhabi's Corniche to vibrate. Other witnesses in the Al Dhafra and Bateen areas heard loud booms as well. The back-to-back missile attacks prompted the UAE to issue a warning. Amid the escalation, the UAE also closed its airspace. The Emirati Defense Ministry has confirmed in a statement that the country was targeted by Iranian ballistic missiles and air defenses successfully intercepted a number of them. The statement read the fall of shrapnel on a residential area in Abu Dhabi resulted in some material damage and the death of a person of Asian nationality. Qatar Airways has suspended all flights due to the closure of Qatari airspace. Syria, too, has partially closed its airspace. Meanwhile, two AFP correspondents in the Saudi Arabia's capital Riyadh reported hearing a loud bang and several explosions. Jordanian military said 2 ballistic missiles have been shot down above the country. However, the Israeli neighbor did not mention who launched the missiles.
Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian is safe and sound, said the state media on Saturday, after the United States and Israel carried out strikes on the country. Iran's IRNA news agency, alongside MER and ISNA agencies, reported saying President Masoud Pezeshkian is safe and sound and has no problems. Explosions were also heard in the north and east of Tehran, as well as in Isfahan, Karaj and Kermanshah, the Fars news agency reported. According to Channel 12, the strikes on Iran so far have reportedly targeted the homes of senior officials, military chiefs, ministers, defense and intelligence ministry installations, and a presidential facility. Last year, Pezeshkian suffered injuries by an Israeli strike during the 12-day war between Israel and Iran last June. According to the IRGC-linked Fars news agency, Pezeshkian was attending a meeting of Iran's Supreme National Security Council when a missile reportedly hit the building in the Sharek-e-Garb area of western Tehran. The strike had also targeted other top officials, including Parliament Speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf and Judiciary Chief Mohseni Ejei. Iran's paramilitary Revolutionary Guard said on Saturday it launched its first wave of drones and missiles targeting Israel, suggesting it planned further attacks. According to the Israeli media, several ballistic missiles have been fired from Iran at Israel. Sirens continue to sound across northern and southern Israel.
Just a short while ago, Israel and the United States launched the joint operation, Operation Lion's Roar. The operation's goal is to put an end to the threat from the Ayatollah's regime in Iran. At this very hour, the Israel Defense Forces are launching strikes against targets of the oppressive regime, facilities of the Revolutionary Guards and the Basij, and in coordination with the United States military, ballistic missile sites that pose a direct threat to both Israel and US forces. This operation will continue for as long as it is deemed necessary. Over the past few months, the tyrants in Iran have been plotting to reconstruct their nuclear and missile capabilities and to conceal them deep underground where we won't be able to reach them. If we do not stop them right now, they will become completely immune, and for this very reason, their representatives in these negotiations are attempting to gain precious time. They are trying to buy time in a completely futile and deceitful negotiation with our American friends. We have now undertaken Operation Lion's Roar, an operation that is significantly more powerful than Operation White Valley, which was already very powerful. While our undertaking this endeavor in full, complete cooperation with our friends in the United States, under the courageous leadership of President Trump, together with the United States, we will deliver a severe blow to the regime of terror. We will create the necessary conditions to allow the brave Iranian people to cast off the oppressive yoke of this murderous regime. Anyone who lays down their weapons, including those serving within the regime's forces, will ensure their safety and secure their future. The Iranian people, with all their diverse communities, the Persians, the Kurds, the Azeris, the Balokis, the Afghans, and every other citizen of this truly magnificent nation. This is your golden opportunity to establish a new and genuinely free Iran. Take your destiny firmly into your own hands.
Donald Trump, in a video message on his Truth Social platform, confirmed the U.S. military strikes on Iran.
A short time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran. Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people. Its menacing activities directly endanger the United States, our troops, our bases overseas, and our allies throughout the world. For 47 years, the Iranian regime has chanted death to America and waged an unending campaign of bloodshed and mass murder, targeting the United States, our troops, and the innocent people in many, many countries. Among the regime's very first acts was to back a violent takeover of the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, holding dozens of American hostages for 444 days. In 1983, Iran's proxies carried out the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut that killed 241 American military personnel. In 2000, they knew and were probably involved with the attack on the USS Cole. Many died. Iranian forces killed and maimed hundreds of American service members in Iraq. The regime's proxies have continued to launch countless attacks against American forces stationed in the Middle East in recent years, as well as U.S. naval and commercial vessels and international shipping lanes. It's been mass terror, and we're not going to put up with it any longer.